Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got some Too Faced palettes to chat with you guys about today. I was going to say that I had 3 different pumpkin palettes to talk to you guys about, but as I'm looking at these, I'm like, duh, they're not all pumpkin related. They're like, I don't know, comforting food, drink related palettes, I guess. They're all adorable. We know that for sure. So the different ones are Hot Buttered Rum. That one is so cute. This one is the Gingerbread Extra Spicy. Precious. And then this one is the Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice palette. So yeah, we're just gonna look at some swatches. I'll show you guys those. I will talk to you guys about the formula of these shadows, give you my overall review on each of these palettes, kind of talk to you guys about who I think would like each one of the palettes, like attributes of each one, and just kind of do a little look into each of these palettes. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so first off, the Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice palette. So we'll look at this more closely in just a second. So this comes in a set from HSN. This is what the box looks like. Adorable. Let me show you the inside of the box. It's basically just a box. I don't think there's any, well, it's kind of decorated, which is cute. That's the inside. So inside of it, you get the palette, you get this gloss. This is the Pumpkin Spice PSL Ultra Plush Lip Gloss. This is what I have on my lips right now with just a tiny bit of liner around the outside of my lips, just for a little bit of shape. But such a beautiful, kind of sparkly, micro shimmery neutral gloss. It's beautiful. It does smell like vanilla, pumpkin, some kind of a pumpkin-y dessert. I love the scent of it. It's pretty strongly scented though, so just FYI on that. This one has a stronger scent. You also get the Better Than Sex mascara in the set, and then you get the palette. So this set kind of varies in price. It was originally, I believe, $46 when it was the TSV. Sometimes it's around $50, I think, typically, but the HSN price is $70. So it can kind of like vary based on what kind of a sale they have going on at that exact moment. So here is the palette itself. It's really cute. It's like basic cardboard packaging, but it's adorable. It is really super cute. I love the design of it. This is what you're getting in here. You do get a nice mirror, and here are the colors. So it's, you know, what you would probably think from a pumpkin themed palette. It's very warm toned, it's very neutral. You do get this kind of like purpley shimmery color thrown in here, but the rest of the colors are all kind of those rich, rusty sort of shades, but then you've got some kind of complementary colors to go with them as well, like a kind of a taupey, shimmery shade. You've got some lighter shades. So beautiful collection of warm tone colors in here. Nice collection of mattes and shimmers. Now we'll talk more about the formula in just a second, but I did want to note to you that the palette on this one does say made in China. Some of you guys asked me that on Instagram when I was chatting with you guys about this palette. So let's look at the swatches and then we'll talk about formula and quality. Okay, starting on the top left side of the palette, Daydreamer, Nooks and Cranberries, Warm and Creamy, Sweet Tooth, Crumb Luck, Caramel Apples, Extra Toasty, Hot and Coal, so cute, So Frosty, Cinnamon Spice, Slow Burn, Fireplace Cuddles, Pretty as a Pumpkin, Dream Big, Hayride, and then Chocolate Wasted. So there are those. This one got mixed with a little bit of that hot and cold, so let me show you. Here's this one. It's really more of a true champagne sort of a color. Let me do a little extra swatch there for you. It's really more of a true champagne. So there are those. So formula on these shadows and quality. I know some of you guys were asking if I noticed any kind of a dip in quality with this one because it is more of a holiday sort of a palette. Personally for me, I was really trying to note as I was using it. I used it with this one specifically today to see if I could see any major differences. As I've been using it before, I really wasn't noticing that, but I was really trying to take note today. And the things that I noticed that were different, I would say the mattes are very, very similar. If I weren't specifically trying to find a difference, I don't know that I would have noticed a difference. These are maybe just a slight bit softer in formula than the other two palettes that I have to share with you. I'd say those are maybe a little bit more silky, whereas these are maybe a little bit softer. So that's a very slight variance I notice. But like I say, I mean, I think I was specifically looking for that, and I don't think I would have noticed that. And I don't notice any kind of blending problems with the mattes at all. I find them really easy to work with, very pigmented and beautiful. So I really like the formula of the mattes in here. I don't have any problems with them whatsoever. But if I'm trying to look for a difference, that's maybe something I notice. The shimmery shades, there are a couple in here that are a slightly grittier texture, like this one right here is a little bit more gritty and loosely packed. What was another one I noticed? Let's see, not that one. Maybe this one right here, that one right there. But again, I have to kind of like specifically look for that. And I found that with some other Too Faced palettes as well. And that's not a make it or break it for me. I just use these kind of shadows with some kind of a setting spray to kind of hold them together, or a glitter glue or something like that. So again, that's not a problem for me. I find them to be really beautiful. But if I'm looking for something in the shimmery shades, a couple of them do have that kind of grittier texture, but not all of them at all. Like really just a couple of them. Like this one is very nice. This one is silky. That one's a little bit grittier. This one's kind of in between. So yeah, you've got some kind of different things happening there. But overall quality on this one, I personally really like it. I think it is a beautiful palette. I have loved it. Every time I've used it, I've loved the eye looks I've come up with. They have been pigmented, they've blended well, they've worn well throughout the day. So I'm really impressed with the quality and happy with the quality of this one. I just wanted to note those kind of things that I was noticing specifically since you guys had asked about it. So who I would think this palette would be right for? I think if you love neutrals in general, because this one is really just a great neutral with a lot of different options. I mean, there are cool tone shades in here, so you could totally go with an all cool toned look, or you could go with that more warm tone look. So this one I feel like has some more options as far as going with a neutral look that's either cool toned or warm toned. So yeah, and then if you like just lots of color options, this one has a lot in here. And I forgot to mention that this one does have a scent to it, but it is very subtle. It's like vanilla with just a hint of pumpkin, but it's very, very light. And the more that I've used it, I don't smell it as much. So it's very subtle. So I think if you're sensitive to scents, you'll probably be okay with this one, especially after you have it for a little bit, because it's not very strong. So that's just FYI on that. Okay, next one, we've got the Gingerbread Extra Spicy. This is what the outside box looks like. Super cute. The theme of it is so adorable. Here is the actual palette itself. So it's that kind of metally sort of packaging. This is raised, the design there. This is the back. I mean, the details are just precious. And then you open it up. There's even little designs around the mirror, which is super cute. So color story in this one. This one is more, I would say rich, rusty, a little bit more burgundy. You just got a little bit more depth to this one. And I would say a little bit bolder is probably how I would describe it, because you've got kind of colors like this that are a little bit more of a pop to them. Definitely got this one in there, but again, you've got a nice collection of mattes and shimmery shades in here. So I think, well, we'll get to who I think this one's right for in a second, but color story, that's kind of what you got going on in here. Let's look at swatches. Starting on the top left side, this is Vanilla Wafers, Cookie Cutter, Soft and Sweet, For the Gram, In a Pinch, Drizzle It. Middle row, this is Lick the Spoon, Spicy Mommy, Extra Spicy, Half Baked, Butterscotch, Cookie Call. Bottom row, this is Plenty of Dough, Candy Queen, Gingerbread Glam, Hot Tamale, Cinnamon, and then Midnight Snack. So there are all of those. The formula on this one and quality, I think it's like butter. I mean, especially those mattes, they are like silk. They are so silky and easy to blend and pigmented. Just beautiful. Again, I noticed with the shimmers in this one, overall, most of the shimmers in here are that super metallic-y, buttery, sort of a metallic-y texture to them. A couple of them do have that slightly grittier texture, like I noticed it with this one and this one. But again, I just use it with a mixing medium or a glitter glue, something like that. totally works just fine. That's what really gives that like light catching property that's so beautiful. So I don't mind that at all. It's just a different sort of a texture to it that I wanted to note to you. So yeah, I find these to be really easy to work with, pigmented, blendable, they wear well. I love the quality of this palette. Definitely no complaints as far as that goes. Scent-wise, this one's a little bit of a strange scent. I guess it's spicier is what I'm noticing with this one. Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be gingerbread. It's not like I smell it and go, ooh, that smells so nice. It's kind of like, that's interesting. So it does have a scent to it. Not super strong, stronger than the pumpkin spice and Everything Nice palette, but again, I'm noticing it dissipating a little bit as I use this palette more. So who I think this one would be right for, I think if you like more rusty colors, richer colors, maybe a little bit more of a pop to your eye looks, if you like those kind of burgundy sort of looks, I think this one would be a great option for you. And last up is this little cutie, the Hot Buttered Rum palette. This is what the outside sleeve looks like. Very pretty. I love the yellow on this. It just like grabs you. Or is it, is it a yellow? Would you describe that as yellow? Or like a citrusy, orangey sort of a shade? I guess it's kind of in between yellow and orange. Anywho, I love it. And it says it smells like hot buttered rum. Yeah, this one has, yeah, kind of rummy sort of a smell, sort of vanilla, rummy sort of a smell. It smells nice. I like the scent on this one. I love this palette. I think this is so dang cute. Y'all know that I love cute little tiny makeup. This is cute little tiny makeup. I love the design. It's raised on it, so that is precious. So you open it up, you get a nice mirror in here. This is great for travel. My rude camera cut me off, but I was saying color story on this one, I would describe this one as maybe the safest. So if you are kind of wanting to play with some warmer fall colors, but you want to just kind of dip your toe into it, I think this would be a great palette, because if you concentrate on these colors right here, this is overall a very neutral, just neutral palette, like not necessarily moving towards those super warm tones or very fall themed. They're just great neutrals, but then you can kind of throw these in here and get that little hint of fall makeup going on. So I think this one is maybe the safest. And I think this would be great for people who are traveling a lot or just like little tiny makeup or want a lower price point. But again, that kind of safer sort of neutral look with just a little hint of fall thrown in there. Let's look at swatches. So this one does not have names in the palette, but if you look on the side of the packaging, it does have little names listed there. So let's talk about the different colors. So this is Whipped Cream. I assume that I'm getting these right, so hopefully I am, but something in this vicinity. Okay, Whipped Cream, Bottoms Up, Born to Rum, Spiked, Vanilla Extra, Warm and Fuzzy, Cinnamon, and Buttered Rum. So there are those. So formula of these shadows and quality, I have no problems to note about this one. I think it is really, really nice in its formula. The mattes are very blendable. The metallic-y shades are super pigmented and light catching and beautiful. I've again loved this palette every time I've used it. I don't find fading with these. They wear really well. I mean, they're just great quality shadows, so I have no complaints. Already kind of mentioned who I think this would be right for. If you're looking for a travel palette or a lower price point, or you just want to start kind of dipping your toe into sort of fall themed colors, I love this palette. It's adorable. Okay, so those are the three that I have to share with you. So which one is my personal favorite? I don't know. That's not helpful at all, but y'all are talking to a makeup junkie. I love makeup, so I love all three of these for different reasons. I mean, this one's just a great, like, not gonna fail ya sort of fall themed palette, but just really honestly great neutral palette in general, so I like that one for that reason. This one I think is just adorable. It's so cute and little and just so super cute. I love the colors in it and the quality. I would grab for this one if I want kind of a richer, more burgundy, just deeper terracotta sort of an eye look, so I like this one for that reason. I love the packaging, especially on these two. I mean, obviously the packaging is just precious on them, so I really honestly like all three of them for different reasons, but hopefully me kind of describing each of them will help you guys kind of figure out what you think about them personally and what your thoughts are on them. So those are my overall thoughts and review on these palettes. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful for you. Please do a thumbs up if it was. Let me know down below what you think about these palettes. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!